For 3 years. My husband was coming home to me every night, or at least, I thought he was, because it turns out just 25 minutes away. He was going home to another family. If you had asked me a year ago, I would have told you I had a normal life, nothing flashy, nothing dramatic. Just stable. I'd been married to Jason for 7 years. We had a routine. He worked in logistics, left around 8 every morning, came back around 6:30. We'd have dinner, watch something on Netflix, and go to bed. Weekends were our grocery runs, lazy mornings, occasional dinners out. It wasn't perfect, but it felt real, safe. There were no major red flags, no obvious signs, no late night emergencies or strange phone calls. If anything, Jason was consistent, and maybe that's why I never questioned anything. It started with something stupid, a grocery receipt. I was cleaning out his car one Saturday morning just trying to be helpful, and I found a crumpled receipt tucked in the side door. Nothing unusual. Until I looked closer. The store wasn't near our house, not even close. It was across the city, and the items? Diapers, baby wipes, formula. We didn't have kids, we had talked about it. Sure, but we weren't there yet. So I sat there, staring at that receipt, trying to come up with a logical explanation. Maybe he was helping a coworker? Maybe he picked something up for a friend? It made sense. At least that's what I told myself. I didn't bring it up, not that day, but something had shifted, a tiny crack, over the next few weeks. I started noticing things I had ignored before. Jason was still coming home at the same time, still acting normal. But now I was watching, really watching. He started taking his phone everywhere, even to the bathroom. He'd angle the screen away from me when texting, and sometimes he'd smile at his phone, not the casual kind, the kind that lingers. I told myself I was overthinking. I didn't want to be that person, the paranoid wife, but then, one night changed everything. Jason had fallen asleep on the couch. TV still on, phone in his hand, and for the first time in 7 years, I hesitated, because I had never gone through his phone before, not once, but something in me said, do it. So I did. It first. Nothing. Messages, emails, work stuff, normal. Then I saw a contact saved as Mike Work. Something felt off. I opened the chat, and my entire world collapsed. The messages weren't from Mike, they were from a woman, and they weren't casual, they were intimate, familiar, domestic. Are you still coming tonight? She's asking about you again. Don't forget to bring milk. My heart started pounding. She? I scrolled up. Photos. Jason, sitting on a couch I'd never seen before, a little girl, maybe 3 or 4, sitting on his lap, calling him daddy. I couldn't breathe. I just stared at the screen, hoping it wasn't real, but it was. Every message, every photo, every detail, painted a picture I couldn't ignore. My husband had a child, and not just a child, a whole life. I didn't sleep that night. I just sat there, replaying everything in my head. Every late arrival, every traffic was crazy, every moment. I trusted him without question. The next morning, I did something I never thought I'd do. I followed him. He left the house as usual, kissed me goodbye, said, see you tonight, like everything was normal. I waited 5 minutes, then got in my car, and followed him. He didn't go to work. He drove across the city, exactly where that receipt was from. 25 minutes later, he pulled into a quiet neighborhood, tree-lined streets, kids' bikes on the sidewalk, the kind of place families live. I parked a few houses down. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely hold the steering wheel, and then I saw her. A woman opened the front door, smiling, relaxed, like she knew him, like she was expecting him, and then the little girl ran out, straight into his arms. Daddy? I felt something inside me break, not crack, break, because in that moment, there was no more doubt. And no more confusion. And no more maybe I'm overthinking. My husband had another family. In the same city, living a completely separate life, and somehow, he managed to come home to me every night, like nothing was wrong. I didn't confront him right away. I couldn't, not yet. I needed to understand how deep this went, how long, how many lies. Turns out, 3 years. 3 years of splitting his life in half, 3 years of birthdays, holidays, memories, that I knew nothing about. And the hardest part, she didn't know about me either. When I finally confronted him, he didn't even deny it. He just sat there, silent, like he was waiting for this moment. I was going to tell you, he said. I laughed, not because it was funny, but because it was unbelievable. Tell me what? I asked. That you have another wife? Another child? Another life? He had no answer. I filed for divorce 2 weeks later, and the other woman? She left too, 2 families, destroyed by one man's double life. It's been a year now, and sometimes I still ask myself, how do you live 2 lives? And never slip? But I've stopped looking for answers, because some betrayals don't come with explanations. For 3 years, I thought I had a husband. Turns out, I was just sharing with him. If you've ever ignored a gut feeling, this is your sign to trust it, because sometimes the truth is closer than you think.